In this video, I'm going to show you two techniques to go from this to this. Create your own power swords. Zoom, zoom. Welcome to the painting coach. Firstly, we need to paint both blades, and we're going to continue the Vallejo Model Air Revolution using gunmetal to base this. Now you may need a couple of coats to get a nice smooth effect. Next up, we want to shade the blades down using some Nuln oil. Take your time with this, don't put too much on, otherwise it'll really pool at the bottom. Finally, we want to highlight all the raised edges of the blade using Vallejo Model Air Chrome. Now take your time again. If you make any mistakes, you can easily repair it by using gunmetal over the chrome. Let's start the simpler of the two swords next, and whilst we've got that chrome on the palette, what we want to do is take some and get a really nice point on your brush. You're now going to sketch this in a crackle type pattern, all leading back to that power node and power conduit on the blade. And what this will be is this will be the base for that crackle lightning effect on the sword. Once that chrome is dry, take some Aethermatic Blue contrast paint to make sure you haven't got too much on your brush. You just want to paint this over the area where you created that crackle effect. Once that first layer of Aethermatic Blue is dry, you can add another one and then a third, as you can see in the video. What this does is really build up the intensity and give you a great looking crackle effect. Just be careful you don't build up an opaque layer. Let's move on to the next power sword. We're going to use 5 colours for this. We're going to use Sotek Green, Temple Guard Blue, Baharroth Blue, Blue Horror and White Scar. And we want to thin these colours to just above a glaze consistency. The first colour we want to use is Sotek Green. Make sure you haven't got too much on your brush. And what we want to do with this is start to paint in that crackler effect, but we're kind of doing it in quite a broad stroke, so we don't have to be too precise just yet. And make sure we get it in around that power node. Next up, we're on to Temple Guard Blue, and we're looking to be a little bit more precise with this. So we're starting to define that crackle a little bit more. So take your time, use a good point on your brush, and don't worry, just make it nice and jagged, coming all back to that power node. On to Baharroth Blue next, and we're just going to do the same kind of thing as we did with the Temple Guard Blue, but we're really looking to just create a much more refined crackle effect, all coming back towards that power node. Take your time, good point on your brush. Now we're looking for where that crackle effect crisscrosses, and that's where we're going to put the Blue Horror. We're not going to put it in so refined that it's just a dot, but we are just going to use it very sparingly with very thin lines. Finally, go to some White Scar, and we're going to use this to dot the node and also that power conduit. And where we've got those crackle effects crisscrossing, we're just going to put some dots sparingly across to really enhance how this looks. And there we have it, one simple power sword, one really simple power sword. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, check out my other content. I'll see you next time.